So I've just finished week 2 of the carnivore diet and I've managed to lose just over 24 pounds or 10.9 kilograms. Here is a photo from the start of the journey and one taken today, and you can kind of see some differences already even though it's only been 2 weeks. So for the roundup, I want to start with weight loss. And I got this comment over on TikTok and there seems to be a lot of confusion about what's actually happening with my body right now. A lot of the weight that I've lost in the first 2 weeks is literally just water being excreted from my body, or water weight. That's all it is. It's not actually fat. Don't get us wrong, there will be some fat burning in there. But when you eat carbohydrates, your body turns that into glycogen as your body's primary fuel source. 1 gram of glycogen can bond between 3 and 4 grams of water to it, so pump your weight up. If you switch to keto or the carnivore diet, you're basically becoming keto adapted for the first few weeks. That means the glycogen's leaving your body, and because the glycogen's leaving your body, there's nothing for all of that water to bond to, so that also leaves your body and drastically reduces weight within the first few weeks. I'm also doing a version of intermittent fasting called 1 meal a day, where I literally eat once a day and then I just don't do anything other than drink water throughout the rest of the day. I even try and get my electrolyte supplement in while I'm eating as well, so I'll be sat there eating my meal and I'll have a glass of water with my electrolytes in and I'll drink it at the same time. So outside of say about an hour window, I'm literally just ingesting water and that's it. Now that might sound harsh, but I'm honestly not hungry, and by chance I watched this podcast earlier today by Dr. Huberman from Huberman Labs. I will link it in the description if you want to check it out. And the guest on there is basically an expert in using keto to help with mental health issues, but when I was watching it, he mentioned that a lot of people who are overweight like me, the body will just use the fat stores as energy so it doesn't get hungry, and hand on heart, I honestly think that's what's happening with me. Another thing that's helping me lose weight is that I'm doing fasted walking every morning. I literally get out of bed, drink about 300 ml of water, and I'm out the door to try and get as close to my 10,000 steps as possible, and I don't eat until way later in the day. So moving on to exercise, and if you've been following my daily updates on the shorts page, it's just a 1-minute video going over how the day went. I've been getting my 10,000 steps at least every single day since I started. I do have a target weight in mind. Basically, I've got 2 injured knees and the long-term injuries as well, so I don't want to run at this weight, but once I'm below my target weight, I will start running instead of walking. For now though, I'm really enjoying it. I'm very lucky. I live right next to a river. I walk about 15 minutes down the river and I'm at the beach, and then at the end of the beach is a park, and then it's basically a loop back to my house. I also started powerlifting again as well, but so far I'm keeping it very, very light because of how much of a calorie deficit I'm in. I am slowly increasing the weights, but my plan is to get down to target weight, then clean bulk using the carnivore diet, and then I'll ramp the weight up for my powerlifting sessions as well. So moving on to keto flu, and I still don't have any symptoms at all. I honestly do feel great, but like I mentioned in the 1 week update, I am taking electrolytes every single day, and it is LMNT. Here in the UK they are expensive, but it pretty much gives you everything you need for the day. Next month I am switching to a cheaper one though, that is a lot easier to get here in Great Britain. The only side effect that I've had so far is that I randomly started to feel cold, and I did Google it and apparently this is a normal symptom for some people, but I've done keto a fair few times previously. I've never had that symptom. Now I do want to quickly mention one mistake that I did make this week, and my goal with this channel is to share my mistakes to prevent other people from making them. And in short, I went from cooking with duck fat, and every day when I cooked I'd get a spoon, put in the duck fat and put that into the air fryer, so every single day it was the exact same amount of duck fat. I ran out of duck fat, I switched to butter, and I was just eyeballing it and cutting a chunk off the butter and throwing it in the air fryer. Butter is extremely calorie dense, it's basically pure fat. I honestly think that's why I plateaued a few days, about a week ago, and my weight tracked sideways for 3 or 4 days until I worked out it was because I was cooking with butter. As soon as I stopped cooking with butter, the weight loss came back and I started to drop pounds again.